Okay, we're good.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Judiciary Committee. There's still conversation going on, so we are going to recess the committee. We hope to be back very shortly, but we'll stand in recess for now.
Morning, Deb. How you doing?
Nothing wrong with your audio. It's just me. It's just me. I was saying good afternoon, Representative O'Day. How are you? Now I can't hear you.
A little tired, but otherwise okay.
Good. Good for you. Now, you know your group is still in caucus.
They just left. Yes, they're coming on
Okay.
now. And I just
Okay.
spoke with Jerry Fox. He says hello.
Oh, hello back. We miss him. He was loved. He's got a better gig though, so he's doing well.
Yes. He's able to watch his all son's hockey and lacrosse and football.
Yeah.
He's loving it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much more manageable schedule. Do you think that you'd ever like to become a probate court judge?
I'm sorry?
Did you think that you'd ever like to run for probate court judge?
It's funny, Deb. Yeah, I actually did intend on it. And then they merged New Canaan and Darien together. And so I ended up running for state rep instead.
So here you are. Well, I'd like to say you got the better end of the stick, but no, it's not.
You're being nice. That's all. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Thank you, Deb.
But could be a Superior Court judge.
Maybe.
Maybe. Just change parties. And
Yep.
oh, one day. Hold on a second. For anyone that's watching out there, the Judiciary Committee will reconvene at 1:15. So just a few more moments.
All right. Hi, Deb.
Hello, Senator. How are you?
I'm well.
Good. I like your new haircut.
Thank you. Any
Good.
haircut was better than what I had before.
It looks very good.
Thank you. You're too kind.
Welcome back. We've missed you.
Really happy to be back. And I missed you guys too.
Good. You didn't miss much though.
Well, in the great scheme of things, that's good.
It is a good thing. No, but we did miss you. So welcome.
Yay.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
We are ready to go.
All right, I'd like to reconvene this meeting of the Judiciary Committee for Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. Is there any comment before we start going down the list from my co-chair or the ranking members?
Just happy to be back.
It's good to have you back, Senator Kissel.
Welcome back, Senator.
Thank you.
All right, Representative Fishbone.
Nice to see you, John. Thank
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So we'll now just start going down our list under Roman numeral number 3, bills referred by the House. Item number 1 is House Bill number 5307, an act concerning price gouging. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Representative Stasham. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Representative Godfrey. Representative Stasham.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this bill comes to us from the General Law Committee. It defines price gouging during specified declared emergencies as charging an unconscionable excessive price, i.e. a price that's grossly different from the price before the emergency. This would expand to times like a civil preparedness and public health declarations like we're in now. It also expands the application of the price gouging law beyond the retail sale of consumer goods to other supply chain transactions, such as wholesale transactions. I believe the reason the bill is before us is predominantly related to the enforcement mechanism under the bill, which defines a violation of this bill as a Connecticut Unfair Trade Practice Act violation, which is lines 35 through 36 of the bill.
Thank you, Representative. See there's a comment or question for Senator Sampson. Senator Sampson, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
I just started looking at this earlier today, and I understand this bill is before us as a referral, but I do feel compelled to speak out against it. You probably won't be surprised to hear me, speak about the ideological concerns I have with this bill. I mean, property rights are a key component of the American system of government. And it seems to me that we are forgetting that when it comes to policies like this that interject the government in the marketplace. At the end of the day, my stuff is my stuff. Your stuff is your stuff. And if I want to sell something of mine to you or someone else, then it's up to me what I want to sell it for. I completely understand the notion of, injecting politics into the marketplace when there is some sort of tragedy. I mean, we had a pandemic last year. And I remember, that price gouging was top of mind. There was a lot of conversation about it. I know that the Attorney General actually prosecuted some folks over it. But I want to point out that, it's not just an ideological concern that I have, which is the most important thing, because I do believe that this legislature often ignores basic American fundamental principles. The vaccine bill from yesterday, I won't talk about it, it's not related to this, but that's just another example of the government determining whose responsibility children are, whether it's their parents or the government's. Well, this situation is about property rights and who owns the property that we're talking about. And I don't believe it's fair for the government to dictate to someone what they can sell their products for. They belong to them. And the thing that's often lost in this debate, because people like me want to focus on that ideological point of view, and folks on the other side of this issue want to talk about the politics of it, about how they're helping consumers, blah, 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 is the actual economic facts of what happens when you have price gouging laws. And what happens is you actually hurt the consumer and you hurt the economy. There are a lot of misconceptions, and forgive me, I don't want to say anyone's economically illiterate if they vote in favor of a price gouging bill. But they're not taking into consideration things that are very important. When prices are raised, that actually has a benefit. If you guys remember at the beginning of the pandemic, you couldn't get a roll of toilet paper or hand sanitizer. And that's because there was fear of price gouging legislation that forced retailers, and the supply chain, I guess, would be rolled into that in this bill, from affecting their prices. So people hoarded those things. And hoarding of those items is obviously a negative impact of putting in price gouging legislation, because what you're doing essentially is you're encouraging people to hoard these items because there's no reason for them not to. In a real marketplace without price gouging laws, the price for hand sanitizer or toilet paper would rise. Less people would hoard it. It would be available. Not only that, price gouging laws also affect consumers, in that we say that the consumer is most important and we cannot punish the consumer. But let's not forget that there's other people involved in a transaction, which in America is still a voluntary transaction. When I go to buy goods or services, I'm doing it of my own free will. Same as the seller is doing it of their own free will. Well, in this particular case, you're punishing the seller. And what if the seller actually is, has to take risk to sell their product because it's the aftermath of a hurricane and they're going to keep their business open so they can sell their products? What if the employees of that business are adversely affected and they cannot be compensated properly because we put in laws that say that they can't raise the price of their products, even though the delivery of their goods and services has now increased in its cost? I mean, these are things that are worth considering that I don't think are ever thought of or mentioned when someone blindly says, oh, it's just wrong. You can't raise the price of toilet paper because of pandemic. Yes, you can, and you should, because it actually has a benefit of keeping that product available, and the people that produce it compensated appropriately for what they're going through. It also creates a signal to industry when prices change that things need to happen. If you remember when there was a shortage of hand sanitizer, there were companies all across the country, mostly liquor companies like Jack Daniels, I think, went into the business of producing hand sanitizer. And why did they do that? Because it made sense for them in a free marketplace to start offering a product that was in demand. That helps keep the price down. It keeps it available for people. But if you don't create any incentive whatsoever, guess what? No one's going to produce any more hand sanitizer. It will be hoarded and then it will not be available. That's what the effect of these laws are. The same thing is true.
Senator Sampson,
I'm sorry.
I would ask you to stay on the committee's cognizance. You're a little bit outside of our cognizance, and I gave you some leeway there, but you haven't touched on what we deal with here in the committee.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Chairman, and I understand the Judiciary Committee's role in this particular bill, but I'm being asked to debate and vote on the entire bill before me. I'm not just voting on one sentence of the bill. I only have a couple more minutes of comments left. I will leave that right there by saying I've said everything I want to about the bill, but except that I want to point out that there are major problems with the language that's in the bill also. It uses this definition of unconscionably excessive price to mean gross disparity, but it never defines what gross disparity is. And a gross disparity to you and to me and to the Attorney General of the state of Connecticut could be wildly different things. And the last thing I will say is that it actually removes a line in the bill on lines 31 and 32 that says, nothing in this section shall prohibit the fluctuation in the price of items sold at retail, which occurs during the normal course of business. And I read that to mean that even normal things that would have changed the price of products cannot be taken into consideration. If I'm selling a product on the retail or wholesale level or selling a service, I can't change my price during the period of emergency. And that's just ridiculous. This is a bad bill all around. It's not the kind of thing we should do. And forgive me, Mr. Chairman, I understand you want to get through this meeting, and I didn't think talking for 5 minutes about something that I believe is really important to just establishing whether or not our state is fair to its business community and retailers would be out of line. So forgive me for that, but I encourage people to vote no on it.
Thank you, Senator Sampson, and I am only trying to keep us as close to our cognizance as possible. I will give people some leeway, right? Obviously, I gave you some, so I'm not one of those chairs who cuts you off immediately. If it seems like I'm not sure that it's connecting to what we are, I will remind the committee members. And, you know, however long it takes to do a meeting, you and I have been on many meetings together where they've taken a very long time. So, Representative Fishbein.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I did note in the testimony submitted by particularly the judicial branch that they had suggested a modification to the language. And I do note that modification was not done to this language. So I just want, for the record, just want that to be known. Mr. Chairman, throughout this session, there's been a concern raised that I share about our statutes precluding due process by saying that certain actions can only be adjudicated in certain courthouses, and we have many around the state. And I recognize that language, similar language, appears in lines 36 through 38, where it says, and if an enforcement action is brought on behalf of the state, such action shall be brought in the Judicial District of Hartford. I don't think that's necessary. I think it's violative of the due process of our various citizens around the state, and the regular venue statutes as they presently exist should prevail here. So, Mr. Chairman, I'm making a motion that we strike from the bill that's before us the clause that begins at line 36 with the word and ends at line 38 with the word Hartford. So moved.
Second,
The amendment is moved by Representative Fishbein, seconded by Senator Kissel. Comment on the amendment. Representative Staustrom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I consider this a friendly amendment and will ask my colleagues to support it. I share Representative Fishbein's concern on this. You know, I think obviously the point of this bill is to prevent a business from price gouging, from you know, itself hoarding toilet paper and selling it for $10 a roll in the middle of a pandemic. But if the state is to bring that action against an individual or business, I think it's only right that that individual or business be able to defend itself in a court within where that business has its judicial district close to its central location. So, for example, if the business is in Stratford, the case should be brought in Bridgeport, and I share the ranking member's concern. So I would consider this a friendly amendment and ask my colleagues to support it.
Thank you, Representative Staustrom. I see Attorney O'Shea is attempting to inform us of something, I would assume.
Apologies for that. Yes, I believe this bill was a straight referral from the floor, and it would not be appropriate pursuant to Rule 15F to be amending this bill in committee.
Attorney O'Shea, are you suggesting that if we are looking to amend this, we would have to do it once it hits the floor again?
I'm sorry, I think I was misinterpreting the rule. Could we just pause for a minute?
Yeah, Madam Administrator, could I request that the chairs and the ranking members and LCO in a breakout room? Is that possible?
Let me see if I can do that.
Can I just inquire, is somebody else having a problem with the audio?
I'm not.
I'm just wondering if I should sign on and sign off, sign off and sign on. My audio keeps on going in and out, listening to you guys. Is it just me?
Okay, we're getting there. I'm just seeing if I can get the attorneys in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this and see if it works. Did not work. Oh. Okay, it worked. I just need you to join, Bill O'Shea. Let me see if I can assign you this way. It won't, it just says that you haven't joined the room and Senator Kissel hasn't joined the room. Everyone else is in the room.
how do I get in this room?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that. I don't know what it looks like on your end. I do apologize.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, Deb, I don't know how to join this room either.
Yeah, well, and you know what? It says it's going to be closing in a couple of seconds anyway, so I'm going to have to try to reassign that room. Because I didn't assign the function before I started this meeting. Let's see. I don't know how well that functionality is going to work since it wasn't done ahead of time, but we're going to give it a try here again.
I mean, I think I have a workaround if that we don't have to worry about it.
You know, it's for some reason it's not.
All right.
Let me check the option.
All the people who are just in the breakout room, I'm going to send you the link. Hold on.
Okay, let's try this. Okay, folks, I think it worked.
And we're back.
Did you want to come back, John?
No, we wanted to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I believe that were you in the middle of talking, Representative Fishbone? I can't remember who was when we actually left.
Mr. Chair, I think we got to go back to LCO to clarify on the issue.
Attorney O'Shea?
Absolutely. My apologies. I actually misspoke on that. Yes, this bill can be amended in committee. The amendment will result in the bill having a new file copy thereafter, which would be produced by LCO in coordination with OLR and OFA.
Thank you, Attorney O'Shea. Further comment or question on the amendment? Comment or question? I don't see any. I'll take the vote on this amendment by voice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed by no. Abstentions. Amendment passes. Further conversation on the underlying bill, Representative Fishbone.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just briefly, sir, I can totally understand perhaps the need for something like this during a pandemic, which I think based upon the history of the world, perhaps happens once every 100 years or so, or at least to the extent that the one that we're in now. I do note that this language, though, extends to a transportation emergency declaration also. And I'm a bit concerned about the overreach by that. I could see things that are related to transportation and not wanting to price gouge. But to say, you know, that the open market can't do anything in that case, which may have nothing at all to do with transportation, is a little bit concerning to me. So, you know, I do intend to vote against the bill to flag it, but I just wanted to make my opposition note that this.
Thank you, Representative Fishbein, for the comment or question on the underlying bill. For the comment and question, if not, Madam Administrator, if you call the roll.
Alrighty, and that was a motion for a JFS with an oral amendment offered by Representative Fishbein and seconded by Senator Kissel. Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield has voted in the affirmative. Representative Stafford.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Stafford has voted in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Senator Kasser has voted yes. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Blumenthal has voted yes. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes no.
Could you please repeat, because I couldn't see you. I couldn't see your video.
Oh, Senator Kissel votes no.
Senator Kissel has voted no. Thank you. Representative Fishbein.
Representative Fishbein votes no.
Representative Fishbein has voted no. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar has voted yes. Senator Bradley.
If you could pass me, Madam Clerk, I'm not sure what bill number we're on, so if you could, I don't want to belabor it right now.
Yeah, no worries. It is 5307. It's Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes no.
Representative Callahan has voted no. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne has voted no. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Can you please repeat?
Representative Conley votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Dillon has voted yes. I see Representative Curry coming in the room. We'll go back to him. Unless you can hear us, Representative Curry, are you ready?
Yes. Representative Curry is a yes. Sorry.
Representative Curry is a yes. Thank you, Representative Curry. Representative Damassa.
Representative Damassa votes yes.
Representative Damassa has voted yes. Representative Doucette.
Rep. Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette has voted yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Dubitsky has voted no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
Representative Fiorello has voted no. Senator Flexer.
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer has voted yes. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox is voting yes. Representative Gilchrist.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist is voting yes. Representative Godfrey.
And I'm waiting for the yellow box. There we go. Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Thank you, Representative. Representative Harding. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell is voting yes. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes no.
Representative Howard is voting no. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes no.
Representative Labriola is voting no. Senator Lesser. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes no.
Representative O'Day is voting no. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm has voted yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes no.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato is voting no. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rabimbis.
Representative Rabimbis votes no.
Representative Sims is voting no. Representative Riley,
Representative Riley votes yes.
could you please repeat? I'm not seeing your video.
Representative Riley votes yes.
We'll have to repeat one more time. It says your bandwidth's slow. Go ahead, hon. 1, 10. Representative Riley, could you please repeat your vote?
Representative Riley's yes. You can come back easier.
Yeah, that
Please.
sounds good. Thank you so much, Representative Riley, for your indulgence.
Thank you.
Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes no.
Senator Sampson votes no. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims is voting in the affirmative. Representative Veach.
Representative Veach votes no.
Representative Veach is voting no. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker is voting in the affirmative. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young is voting yes. You want to give Representative Riley, when we give the try again?
Representative Riley votes yes.
Better. Thank you, Representative Riley.
Thank you.
Senator Bradley, would you care to vote, or do you want a little bit more time?
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Senator Bradley is voting in the affirmative. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. We may hold a vote, so I'm just going to say 30 minutes for now and discuss it potentially with my co-chair behind the scenes. We'll move on to number 2, which is House Bill 5429, an act concerning pedestrian safety, Vision Zero Council, speed limits in municipalities, fines and charges for certain violations, a Greenway commemorative account, and maintenance work zone and school zone safety enforcement. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Representative Stasham. Is there a second? I'll second it. Seconded by me. Moved by Representative Stasham, seconded by myself, Senator Winfield. Senator Haskell, are you available to discuss the bill? Okay, okay. So this is a bill that comes to us through the Transportation Committee. What the bill does is it establishes a pilot program for the automated traffic enforcement safety devices in school zones and hospital zones. It also has automatic traffic enforcement safety devices in work zones. It deals with the issue of increasing the fine for the usage of handheld mobile devices. It has a fee for the opening of a door into oncoming traffic, pedestrian or motor traffic. It deals with the right of way for pedestrians and crosswalks. Trying to think what else it does. It establishes a Greenway commemorative account. Comment or questions from members of the committee? I see Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, it's always a little disturbing to me when government attempts to utilize their power to monitor, watch, control the actions of otherwise free people. And Section 21 of this bill creates a pilot program to allow 10 municipalities to install, operate, or maintain speed cameras in school or hospital zones. As we learned through the Public Safety Committee, and you and I served on that previously, there are no rules for retention of that information once it comes into government's possession. And this is a very troubling aspect of this bill, and I cannot support this activity. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Fishbein. Representative Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think Representative Fishbein is correct. They're called, the euphemism is automated traffic enforcement safety devices. What they are is spy cameras. It's government spying on its own people to raise money because they won't hire a cop to enforce the traffic laws. there have been proposals for spy cameras that have floated through the General Assembly for a decade maybe, and I've opposed them for the same reason consistently, in that I don't believe it's the job of government to spy on its citizens, residents, passerbys, or visitors. It's this giving up liberty for a little security. I think Franklin was right. It's the wrong way to go. While I like most of what the other parts of this bill have, I prefer to see this section struck. I'm not going to offer that today to save time for the legislature. Sending a bill to the fifth floor at this point loses over a week of time to be able to take this up, and with only a few weeks remaining, I won't offer that here, but I will be voting no. And then on top of it all, you're driving along, and a week later, you get a ticket in the mail. You don't even have the opportunity to understand what happened, when it happened, why it happened. To be able to actually talk to a human being on the circumstances. And all you have to do is prove that you're innocent, because the user of the camera now assumes you're guilty. And that kind of, the lawyer part of me, that kind of sticks in my craw. So I'll be voting no on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Godfrey. I would just say that while I appreciate the commentary and comments that probably are to come on the bill, I would characterize this a little differently. And I have been an opponent of the bill in the past, but I will recognize that the proponents of this bill and the advocates have done a lot of work to make this a significantly better bill. I wouldn't characterize it as spying. This is going through a legislative process which is public. The installing of the cameras will be a public thing. And I don't think of it as spying in the way that has been characterized. I would also say that because it's limited in ways that the original versions of this bill weren't, that is important for us to remember, because it's limited to school zones and hospitals. And if you're doing over 11 miles an hour over the speed limit there, I think that's a different thing than just doing speeding in other parts of the city where you might not have an idea. You shouldn't be doing 11 miles an hour over the speed limit in those areas for almost any reason. And there are exemptions in the bill even with that. And I think that as we continue the debate on this, we should keep that in mind. Representative O'Day.
Thank you very much. I voted for this out of transportation, and I'm going to vote for it out of here. I do have some concerns that have been as articulated by my good ranking member and my colleagues, but Representative Lamar has agreed to work with us on those concerns, and so based on that representation, I'm going to vote for it out of committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative O'Day. And you bring to mind one further point I will make. I have still a couple of issues left with this bill. And yes, Representative Lamar has represented the same thing to me as well. So I would say to anyone, whatever your vote is, if you have a concern, to express that concern, I think you'll find that the chair of the Transportation Committee is amenable to that. And I would suggest that, in fact, the chair that's on this committee is amenable to that as well. Senator Champagne.
Thank you. I have an issue with the speed cameras as well. And I guess my first question is what kind of points do you get from this? I don't see it here. Is it still a point or two?
Senator Champagne, what I'm going to do with his indulgence, since the Representative Senator Haskell is now back, is start throwing questions to Senator Haskell, who probably can answer questions even better than I could. Senator Haskell, if you would.
No problem at all. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Senator Champagne, would you mind repeating the question?
The question is, how many points on your license do you get from the speed cameras?
Oh, thank you for that question, Senator, and through you, Mr. Chair. I don't believe that it would in any way be different from an in-person motor vehicle violation. So it would be the equivalent points depending on the seriousness of the offense. That's my understanding.
I noticed that the fines are substantially less. What was the thought process for that?
You know, I can't speak for the folks who drafted the bill. There was a bit of a transition in the Transportation Committee, and I wasn't there from the start. But my understanding is that this is, at the moment, a pilot program. It's limited to 10 municipalities to only 12 zones, specifically to work zones where we're concerned about the safety of construction workers, to school zones and hospital zones, where we know that traveling at unsafe speeds poses a particular risk to pedestrians. But we want to make sure that this is rolled out safely and that there are checks and balances along the way. So perhaps one reason, although I can't speak necessarily for all the proponents of the bill, but perhaps one reason for lower fines is that this is at the moment simply a pilot in Connecticut.
Okay, if my child is driving my car, who gets the ticket?
One of the appeals actually laid out in terms of defenses you can bring to court if you are charged in this manner, or if you receive a ticket in the mail, is that if you are not the one driving the vehicle, you are not liable for the fine.
Am I required to tell the court who was driving?
No, that is not specified in this bill, Senator. Through you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and do I have to go to court if the car was stolen and sped through one of these zones?
No, I appreciate that question. In section 15F and 21F, the bill lays out available defenses, and the defenses specifically include that you were not operating the vehicle at that time, which is the question that you just asked, but also that the vehicle had been stolen and reported to law enforcement and had not yet been recovered.
My question was, do I have to go to court if my car was stolen? Do I have to take a day off of work and go to court?
Yeah, my understanding, Senator, through you, Mr. Chair, is that you could make that appeal through the mail, but I can confirm that and get back to you offline if you'd like.
Okay. I guess I just see some issues with the cameras. I know they've been used in other states. I know there's been some major problems with them in other states, and I really don't want those problems coming here. So I will be voting against this today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Champagne. Comments or questions from other members of the committee? Representative Howard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To the good senator, just a brief question on what Senator Champagne touched on. When he is the owner but not the operator, I believe that you said that he would not be held liable. Section 14107 Connecticut General Statutes does provide that the owner shall be prima facie the operator for purposes of 14218A. Would that be the statute that would be using here?
It is the, thank you, Representative, for the question. I believe the statute in question is 14-218A, but again, this bill says that an available defense in section 15F and 21F is that the person was not operating the vehicle at the time of the incident.
Okay, so it provides something different. Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
No
Thank
problem.
you very much. Sorry about that. Thank you very much, Representative Howard. Comments or questions from members of the committee? Comments or questions, Senator Haskell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to reiterate what was said earlier. I appreciate the concerns that have been raised in this committee. I understand that this bill is a work in process. It certainly predates my time in the legislature, but we clearly need to make sure that our roads are safe, not just for those who are driving, but also for pedestrians. And as we've heard, as tragically we've seen in the news too often, there are too many pedestrian deaths in Connecticut. And I believe this bill makes some important strides to addressing that and also bringing down the high speeds that create unsafe conditions on our roadways. So I know that I speak for Senator Lamar, and I certainly speak for myself when I say we're open to ongoing conversations. For those who have raised concerns today, I hope that they continue to reach out. And should this bill make it out of committee, I am grateful for the partnership on both sides of the aisle to help make our streets safer.
Thank you, Senator Haskell. Comment or question, Representative Porter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just want to say that I will be voting in support of this bill to get it out of committee as a work in progress. I too have some concerns around what we're doing here and what the impact will be in communities specifically that look like mine. So I just wanted to put that on the record. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Porter. Comment or question? Representative Dillon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill is before the committee largely because of all the fines and also because of the camera, which has drawn so much discussion today. All of my email, which comes from one part of my district, which is very large and very diverse, is about the camera. Because the proponents seem to have framed this as she has a problem with the cameras. I guess I would like to say that I believe that my community needs investment. And all of what we're seeing in the approach so far is to take money out of people's pockets to modify their behavior based on a belief that those dollars in some way will be invested or in a belief that simply fining them is enough to make people safe. I want to be really clear. There is carnage on the roads in my own district and in the cemeteries of this committee. And I have not seen any substantial effort to correct them in a concrete way other than to impose this kind of approach. And I will give two examples. And I really hate to have people listen to me talk about New Haven, but this is the plan for New Haven. I have read press accounts saying that the speed limit is going to be reduced to 15 miles, for example. That means if someone is driving 26 miles an hour and they hit one of those cameras, they may believe, based on history and good faith, that they're pretty close to the law, but actually that puts them in an infraction. So, because right now the limit is theoretically 25 miles an hour, although very few people observe it. So I have to pay attention to the effect that it has on a group of people who are overwhelmingly car dependent, who do not have access to a Yale shuttle, who do not have access to the Metro North, which we pay for. They are car dependent because they have had a failure of policy on the state and local level to provide alternatives to that transportation other than bike lanes. That's it. So one intersection, York and Frontage, 2 different students died there. Both of those incidents involved bicycles. Both of those incidents, the drivers were not charged, which suggests that there was a problem with the fact pattern in that perhaps they were out of compliance. My belief, and this is totally anecdotal, and one of the most recent ones, is that the problem is design. In fact, I think a lot of our problems are design that no one will correct. One law student was in a lane that was supposed to be a turn lane. He did not turn. The car in the next lane went to turn and hit him. Now, why was that student in the turn lane and why didn't he turn? My suggestion is it may well be that there's no bike lane. I don't know that. But since both of those accidents involved bikes, they were both fatal. And that is an intersection I avoid. I will sit on Fountain Street and behind school buses rather than engage in driving on Frontage Road in the morning during rush hour because of the way that the road slopes down. No one has taken ownership of that. No one. Not Yale New Haven Hospital. What they do is they yell at us and they say, find these people. That's fine. It may make you feel better, but I want our people to be safe. So that, and I understand, Mr. Chairman, you may feel, but what is before us now is the whole approach is to take money, right? There's a lot of money in this bill, and that includes the traffic lights. I would like to see a credible investment in fixing the intersections where people are being killed, and I haven't seen it.
Representative Dillon.
Another stretch of road up in my district where 2 women of color were killed. No one
Representative
has
Dillon.
done that either.
Thank you, Representative. I'm going to ask all members to try to stick to what is actually the part of the bill before the committee. As I said, I'm going to let people explain what they're saying, and then when I'm not sure that we are sticking to the part where we have confidence, I'm going to remind members to try to do so. Representative Dillon, do you have any more?
I would like to make a general point that the what has brought this before us, which involves taking the money out, is a sometimes helpful but very, very limited approach to making people safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Dillon. Comment or question, comment or question. Representative Porter for second time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for recognizing me for the second time. I stepped away for a second, but I did hear Representative Dillon say that, I'm just trying to confirm if this is true or not, that the speed limit would be dropped to 15 miles per hour in these zones?
I'll give that question to Senator Haskell.
Thank you.
Here. Senator Haskell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and through you, thank you, Representative Porter, for the question. This would allow municipalities to establish speed limits on local roads without state approval from the OSTA, and it would allow for the establishment of a pedestrian safety zone with speed limits that could be as low as 15 miles an hour in downtown districts or community centers. Again, the legislation would be enabling. It would not require them to do so.
Okay, well, just another flag for me. I will still, I did commit to getting this out of committee, but that definitely causes me grave concern to drop a speed limit to 15 miles per hour. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Senator Haskell.
Thank you. And I guess Senator Haskell, just for clarity, the 15 miles an hour, as I understand, is not just anywhere within the municipality. Is that correct or incorrect?
No, that's exactly right. Thank you for the opportunity to clarify, Mr. Chair. It would be in a pedestrian safety zone. So the bill authorizes the local traffic authority to establish a pedestrian safety zone with speed limits as low as 15 miles an hour. It does not need to necessarily be 15 miles an hour. And that would need to be in a clearly defined downtown district or community center that's frequented by pedestrians. And there are included in this legislation greater information about engineering studies and speed management plans to specifically make sure that drivers would be aware of those heavily trafficked pedestrian zones.
No, and I was just going to suggest to ask if I remember reading the bill, it's a section that talks about dropping the speed to 20 miles an hour, and it talks about needing to have had the study in place and several other prerequisites before that can happen. Is that correct as well?
That's exactly right, Mr. Chair. It does create a little bit more municipal autonomy in terms of setting speed limits. My understanding is that under our current rules and regulations, speed limits on local roads are subject to OSTA approval. Under this legislation, a local traffic authority could establish, modify, and maintain speed limits on roads, bridges, parking areas, provided that they conduct an engineering study, notify OSTA of their intent to assume responsibility for establishing speed limits, and notify DOT of the new speed limits. And those speed limits they couldn't set a speed limit lower than 20 miles an hour unless it was a pedestrian safety zone.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Representative Porter.
Just in following up on what was just discussed, is there anything in this bill that speaks to education for the public so that people know if this is the case and speed limits are going to be dropped in certain areas? What are we doing to make sure that people are not going to make the assumption and be ticketed not knowing that this has happened, especially without our right?
Senator Haskell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Representative Porter, for the question. Yes, the bill requires Section 17 and also Section 21B3 requires DOT, after consulting with pedestrian safety advocates, to develop and implement a public awareness campaign, specifically around ways to educate the public concerning reducing transportation-related fatalities and severe injuries due to pedestrians, bicyclists, transit users, motorists, and passengers, and also the importance of obeying speed limits in highway work zones, school zones, and hospital zones. And should the bill pass, this public awareness campaign would be intended to inform the public about the potential use of speed cameras in highway work zones, where we know that the safety of those who are on the front lines of improving our infrastructure very much is at risk. I hope that answers the question. I'm happy to go more into detail about that, the public information campaign, but I certainly understand the good representative's concern.
Thank you, Senator Haskell, and I would love to have a conversation with you offline, just for the sake of time. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Porter. I'm going to go to Representative Walker for the first time before I come back to Senator Champagne and Godfrey. Representative Walker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I was sitting here listening, Representative Porter's questioning really made me become extremely concerned also. I would like to see much more detail about how the public is going to be informed about this. Leaving it to a campaign makes me very nervous. And it also, especially where the locations are, those are in downtown areas of our cities, at least in our area. I worry about how that is going to affect the whole traffic issue up there also. I understand the need to protect. We all need to protect, but in some cases, some of these problems have arisen from people walking in the middle of the streets, doing things as if they were independent of the right to walk along the streets at any point in time. I really would like to see a better bill. I will vote it out, but I can't guarantee that I can support it on the floor the way it is right now. So I also want to express my concerns. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Representative Walker. Comment or question, Senator Champagne.
Thank you. During the questioning, I want to do a little follow-up. So I understand that the towns are going to be able to adjust their speed limits and can go down to 15. A speeding ticket, the towns get a portion of that money. And this bill also says that they can get $25 per ticket. And I have great concerns that this may turn into a moneymaker for towns. You know, that's why there were laws passed that there is no quota system, so that we can prevent a town from making money. And at $25 a ticket, and you can pick a town, they can put these things in their busiest location. They can say, hey, you know what, we need to drop this speed limit down to 15 miles an hour. And they could get thousands of tickets a day, because 26 miles an hour just is going to be something that's not going to be attained by many people. That even gives me more concern, a lot more concern. And I think everybody else needs to pay attention to that as well.
Thank you, Senator Champagne. Representative Godfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. I hadn't really noticed this part of the bill before, so I'm very happy that this has come up. So I have a couple of kind of definitional questions. This is downtowns, Senator Haskell, only?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you, Representative Godfrey, are you referring to the pedestrian safety zones, which would be in downtown districts and community centers? In those scenarios, the speed limit could be as low as 15 miles an hour, but the legislation also simply gives more authority to towns in establishing their own potentially lower down to 20-mile-an-hour speed limits, and those aren't necessarily limited to a downtown jurisdiction.
Gotcha. Thank you. I represent downtown Danbury. It's in my district. I'm an urban legislator. Main Street in Danbury is a state road. Can the town then preempt the state DOT, who currently now sets the speed limits, paves, puts down the lines, all that stuff?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Representative, and through you, Mr. Chair. The bill is essentially about local control, right? The question is, are the folks best equipped to decide exactly what the speed limit should be and what's safe for both drivers and pedestrians? Do they work in Hartford or do they work in Danbury? This bill suggests humbly that the folks who ought to be making decisions about the appropriate speed limits on their local roads ought to be the people who work and live in those communities themselves. And again, it's not without any oversight from the state. They would need to notify OSTA of their intent to assume responsibility and authority for establishing speed limits. And they would have to notify DOT of each speed limit change so that the department can maintain their statewide inventory of speed limits. But for those who support the notion that those who work in town hall are best able to make decisions about what's safe on their main street or downtown corridor, well, then this is a bill that comes down to local control.
So the answer to my question is yes, municipalities can override the state DOT.
Yes, that would be correct. I guess I would object to the notion that it's overriding. I think it's just they would be assuming responsibility for establishing speed limits. But the answer to your question is yes.
Okay, it's a state road, and the municipalities will be telling the state how to deal with the state's road. Okay, thank you on that. And then I share some of the other concerns. The downtown Danbury and Main Street and the streets off of it are very heavily the place where Spanish speaking and Portuguese speaking, both continental and Brazilian, live. And then some senior citizen housing. So I'm not comfortable with the idea that we're targeting predominantly immigrant communities with this. It's not enough to make me vote against the bill. I'm voting against the bill because of the spy cameras, but I share that concern with Representative Walker and Representative Porter. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Godfrey. Representative Dillon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the second time. Representative Godfrey's initial comments gave me pause. I have never gotten an assurance from any proponent that they are willing to make any modification to their worldview or to make any improvements in my district that will save people's lives, nor have they taken any actions to indicate that they prioritize or are concerned about the deaths of some of the women that have died that I'm concerned about. And so voting for this, if you understand, involves either an act of deference, which I have done before and I'm beginning to regret, number one, and number two, an act of trust, which I'm not sure is earned. There's no oversight of our LoSIP dollars. There will be no oversight of any investment. We desperately need investment in our community, in our infrastructure. And that would have to be the other side of this. And this is my problem today. I was prepared to offer an amendment. Representative Godfrey has made clear, and of course I had not thought about it, I was having so much fun last night, that if I propose an amendment and it should it be successful for whatever reasons, it will hold the bill up for a week. That actually might not be a bad outcome for the public, given that 90% of my district has no idea what is about to be inflicted on them. But because some of these fines will kick in quickly and the others will take place later. I guess I have to ask the proponents, if I cannot make an amendment, what kind of oversight is there going to be of the towns to make investments with some of the revenue they're getting in, and oversight, since they're getting revenue from this program, in making people safe? Is all of the accountability going to be on the local level?
Well, thank you for the question, Representative Dillon. And I have to, humbly submit that I am not the chief proponent of the bill, although I believe wholeheartedly in promoting pedestrian safety. So I would recommend discussing the bill further with the lead proponent, Representative Lamar. However, to answer your question, the bill establishes a fine for speed camera violations of $75 for a first offense and $90 for a subsequent offense. The fines are not subject to any additional surcharges. Under this bill, the state has to remit all fine revenue that's collected from speed camera violations in those school and hospital zones established under this pilot program with a maximum of 12 zones, minus $10, to the municipalities in which the violations occurred. And at that point, it would be state law that the municipalities need to use the revenue to improve traffic safety within the town. The bill does not specify where the revenue from speed camera violations in maintenance work zones must be deposited, but that would likely go to the general fund since that's operating on a state road and outside of these downtown areas. I'm sorry, these school and hospital zones that we are discussing. So there is revenue sharing with the municipalities. There would be a state mandate through it specified in statute that it be spent on improving pedestrian safety. And to the extent that that isn't sufficient, I would once again say that myself and Representative Lamar would welcome conversations about how to strengthen this language to earn support for this bill on the Senate and House floors. Respectfully.
Thank you, Senator. And with your indulgence, Senator Winfield, since I have not heard any expression of support from elected officials in my very diverse district, I suppose I could vote for this and then say, well, it's up to them and wash my hands of it. And they could say, well, we put in a bike lane, that's going to make people safe, when actually that isn't the problem in some of the dangerous intersections. I would simply just like to state as clearly as possible, we need investment in our community. We need changes to our infrastructure to keep people alive. It's not safe for them out there. And yes, maybe you need to earn my trust, but I certainly, I don't know that I deserve the trust of my constituents if I'm willing to subject them to something without their knowing about it. So I think they should know about this bill before it becomes law. Thank you. And I understand I'm going beyond Senator Winfield, and I do apologize for that. You've tried to keep a tight rein. And I do want to say that though I have never had a conversation with any legislator who is a proponent of this legislation, I did meet with a group of very enthusiastic, passionate advocates who simply said about my concerns about infrastructure that, well, this is all that's before us. But they are very well-meaning. They want to save lives in our community. My concern is I don't see anyone else doing anything other than the fines before us in this bill. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative. Comment or question from other members of the committee? Comment or question? Senator Haskell, is your hand still up, or?
If I could just make one final comment, Mr. Chair, I appreciate the time to answer.
You may, Senator Haskell. I'll just remind you that the last time you did, we kept going. But go ahead.
Fair point, Senator. I just want to respond very briefly that, the events of this past week and perhaps this past year have reminded us about the tragic consequences of traffic stops. I think that we all on this committee and probably on the Transportation Committee agree that we've got a pedestrian safety problem and speeds are too high in the state of Connecticut. Now, it seems to me that there are two solutions. We could hire more police officers and ask them to conduct more traffic stops, or we could use 21st century technology in a way that closes the window where personal biases come in and creates more equitable, more even enforcement that doesn't necessarily dramatically it doesn't shift a burden onto the individual driver in terms of a rebuttable presumption, but it does nonetheless, I think, make sure that our laws are applied evenly to all people. And I think that that's a critical component of this bill, in addition to the greenways and in addition to the local speed limits and the distracted driving fees and the Vision Zero. I do think that the speed camera provision has an opportunity to improve how we enforce our laws across the state of Connecticut. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the indulgence.
Thank you, Senator Haskell. Comment or question from other members of the committee? Comment or question? Seeing none, Madam Administrator, would you please call the roll?
That was item number 2, 5429, motion for a JF. Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield has voted in the affirmative. Representative Staffstrom.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Staffstrom is in the affirmative. Senator Kasser. Had to break away from the meeting for a moment. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Blumenthal has voted yes. Senator Kissel. Representative Fishbein.
Representative Fishbein votes no.
Representative Fishbein has voted no. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes no.
Senator Anwar is voting no. Senator Bradley.
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Senator Bradley is voting in the affirmative. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes no.
Representative Callahan is voting no. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne is voting no. Representative Conley. Representative Conley votes yes. Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon abstains to flag it within the chair.
And so did you want to vote with the chairs? Is that the tail end of what you said?
No, madam, I'm abstaining.
Oh, you're abstaining. I apologize. I didn't hear clearly. Thank you.
To flag it.
Okay, thank you. Representative Damassa.
Representative Damassa votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Representative Damassa votes yes.
Representative Damassa has voted yes. Representative Doucette.
Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette has voted yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Dubitsky votes no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
Senator Fiorello is voting no. Senator Flexer.
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer is voting yes. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox is voting yes. Representative Gilchrist.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist is voting yes. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes no.
Representative Godfrey is voting no. Representative Harding. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell is voting yes. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Representative Howard votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Howard has voted yes. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes no.
Representative Labriola has, could you please repeat, because I'm not seeing you. I'm seeing Senator Lesser.
Rep Labriola votes no.
Representative Labriola has voted no. Thank you. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Okay, thank you. Senator Lesser has voted yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative O'Day has voted yes. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm is voting yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rabimbis. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Representative Riley votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Riley has voted yes. Senator Sampson.
Sorry, madam. Senator Sampson votes no.
Senator Sampson has voted no. Thank you, Senator.
You didn't want to hear the rest.
Well, I'm sure everybody else did, though. Representative Sims. Representative Veach. Representative Walker.
Representative Veach votes no, I'm sorry.
Representative Veach has voted. Thank you. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker has voted yes. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes.
Representative Harding, yes. Sorry, I thought you were at the end, Madam Administrator.
No, I am, but I was going to go back. So go ahead, Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding has voted yes. And you
Representative Rabimbis votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Rabimbis has voted yes. And Pavlak D'Amato, I think, is in there somewhere.
Yes. Madam, Representative Pavlak D'Amato votes yes.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato has voted yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. Next, we'll move on to number 3 under Section 3, House Bill 66, substitute for House Bill 662E, an act prohibiting institutions of higher education from inquiring about a prospective student's criminal history during the administration process and establishing a prison education program office. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Representative Stasham. I didn't catch the second. Seconded by Representative Godfrey.
Thank you.
This bill that's before us prohibits institutions of higher education from inquiring about the prospective student's criminal history during that process of admissions. It also establishes the prison education program office, which would facilitate the education programs at correctional facilities. Discussion, comment, questions from members of the committee. Senator Champagne.
Thank you. Would this include those that are on probation or parole? Asking if they're on probation, parole, or if they still are?
Senator Champagne, as you know, I don't know this bill that well, but I do know that in the beginning where it's dealing with the issue that you're talking about, and I believe you're talking about the record, it says that no institution shall inquire about the student's prior arrests, criminal charges, or convictions. So that should include any of those things. And that's in line, if you look at it, it's lines 1 through 6. 1 through 4, actually, but 6 is part of the sentence.
Okay. So somebody on probation for, if you know, somebody on probation for a sex assault would be free to live on campus?
I would represent to you, and as you know, I wasn't involved in the drafting of this, that the question could not be asked prior to during the application period.
So I guess the same thing goes through with basically any crime. Now, after the application period, is there going to be any type of criminal history check, follow-up to make sure that, the students that are coming in are basically safe from any potential somebody with a history, I guess?
Unless it's required by a separate state law or federal law, this process would not happen, as I've already laid out, would happen subsequent to that. I, as receiving this bill, can't really speak to that. I don't see in the bill that there's a limitation at a later point, but again, I wasn't part of the further discussion, so I don't know what was represented in those discussions either.
All right. Well, I guess I have some concerns for the safety of other students if, we're allowing some people in that just have histories or ongoing histories or on probation, and that concerns me for the safety of other students. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Champagne. Representative Callahan.
Thank you, Senator Winfield. I would have to piggyback on what Senator Champagne said. I know that we worked very closely in the probation department with university police departments when incoming students had issues or past records that included domestic violence, sexual assaults, or other offenses that could be a concern in a living environment such as a college dorm. So that's why, I'm not asking you questions on this because I don't expect you to be a encyclopedia on all these things, but I do have concerns because of those reasons. If it limits the ability of supervising officials like probation or parole to work with the university police departments, I would have a problem with that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Callahan. Comment or question from other members of the committee? Comment or questions? Seeing none, Madam Administrator, would you call the roll?
Item number 3, House Bill 6228. The motion was for a JF. Senator Winfield, how do you care to vote?
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative. Representative Stastrom.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Representative Stastrom in the affirmative. Senator Kasser. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Blumenthal has voted yes. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes no.
Senator Kissel has voted no. Representative Fishbein.
Representative Fishbein votes no.
Representative Fishbein has voted no. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Could you please repeat so I can see you say your name?
Sure. Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar has voted yes. Thank you. Senator Bradley.
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes no.
Senator Callahan has voted no. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne is voting no. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Craig. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Dillon is voting yes. Representative Damassa.
Representative Damassa votes yes.
Senator Damassa is voting yes. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Thank you, Representative Doucette. Representative Davidsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Davidsky is voting no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
Could you please repeat? We were having
Representative Fiorello? Sure. Representative Fiorello votes no.
Thank you, Representative Fiorello.
You got it? Oh,
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Flexer.
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Could you please repeat with your name, please?
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer has voted. Thank you. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist has voted yes. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes no.
Representative Harding is voting no. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell has voted yes. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes no.
Representative Howard is voting no. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes no.
Representative Labriola is voting no. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Lesser has voted yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes no.
Representative O'Day has voted no. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm is voting yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes no.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato has voted no. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rabimbis.
Representative Rabimbis votes no.
Representative Rabimbis is voting no. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Mom's here.
Representative Riley has voted yes.
I have three.
Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes no.
Senator Sampson has voted no. Representative Sims.
There is an on 5.
Representative Veach.
Representative Veach votes no.
Representative Veach is voting no. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker who's voting yes. Representative Young.
Senator Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes. Senator Kasser. I saw that you were coming in.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Kasser.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. We'll next move on to number 4 under Roman numeral 3. Substitute for House Bill number 6319, an act concerning payment recoveries and incentives under public assistance programs. Is there a motion?
So moved, JF.
Moved by Representative Stastrom. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Representative Fishbein. Representative Stastrom.
Mr. Chair, I believe this bill is in front of us because of Section 1 of the bill, which adds a notification requirement and filing deadline to the process of administering certain estates worth less than $40,000. I urge support for the bill.
Thank you, Representative Stastrom. Is there a comment or question from members of the committee? Comment or questions? If not, Madam Administrator, please call the roll.
Item number 46319, that was a JF. Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative. Representative Stastrom.
Representative Stastrom in the affirmative.
Representative Stastrom in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Castor votes yes.
Senator Kasser voting yes. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Blumenthal is voting yes. Senator Kissel. Representative Fishbein.
Representative Fishbein votes yes.
Senator Fishbein has voted yes.
With the intent of monitoring,
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar voted yes. Senator Bradley.
Senator Bradley votes yes.
Senator Bradley is voting yes. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes yes.
Representative Callahan has voted yes. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne has voted no. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Dillon is voting yes. Representative DeMassa.
Representative DeMassa votes yes.
Can you please repeat Representative DeMassa so I can see you?
Representative DeMassa votes yes.
Senator DeMassa has voted yes, but since I saw Senator Kissel on the screen, we'll go back. Senator Kissel, how do you care to vote?
Senator Kissel votes no.
Senator Kissel has voted no. Thank you. Thank you, Representative Doucette, for your indulgence. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette has voted yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Dubitsky is voting no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
You'll have to repeat that. Suddenly your bandwidth is low. Okay, please repeat.
Sorry, Representative Fiorello votes no.
Okay, we'll match up the words after, but that's fine. Representative Fiorello votes.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Flexer. Senator Flexer. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding is voting yes. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell has voted yes. And with Rep. Howard's indulgence, I just saw Senator Flexer come on. Senator Flexer, how do you care to vote?
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes yes.
Thank you, Representative Howard. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes yes.
Senator Labriola has voted yes. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Lesser has voted yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Senator O'Day has voted yes. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Senator Palm has voted yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes no.
Senator Pavlak D'Amato has voted no. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn. Representative Rabimbus.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Rabimbus votes yes.
Got Representative Rabimbus voting yes. Representative Quinn.
Sorry about that. Representative Quinn votes yes.
Thank
I
you.
have like two, three more before me.
Representative Riley,
Thank you.
Representative Riley votes yes.
could you please repeat Representative Riley, because I'm seeing Representative Veach.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Why don't we do Representative Veach since I've got you on the screen?
Representative Veach votes yes.
Okay, mute yourself, so perhaps Representative Riley will come
Thank
back
you.
on.
Thank you. So you got me, right?
I did get you, Representative Veach, thank you. Representative Riley,
Representative Riley votes yes.
perfect. Representative Riley has voted yes. Senator Sampson,
Hey, Deb, would you just confirm for me which number we are on?
we are on item number 4, House Bill 6319 is a JF motion.
Very good. I just was afraid I might have missed something. Senator Sampson votes yes.
Senator Sampson is voting yes. Representative Sims, Representative Walker,
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker is voting yes. Representative Young,
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes.
Thank you, Madam.
Representative Curry votes yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, Representative Curry, I didn't see you back in.
Thank you.
Representative Curry, I gotcha.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. We will now move on to number 5 under Roman numeral 3, which is House Bill number 6354, an act concerning the renters rebate program for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. Is there a motion?
So move.
Moved by Representative Stasham, seconded by Representative Godfrey. Representative Stasham?
Mr. Chair, this bill makes modifications to the renters rebate program. I believe the reason it's before us is because of the changes to the notarization process. I would urge support for it.
Thank you, Representative Stasham. Is there a comment or question from members of the committee? Comment or question from members of the committee?
Mr. Chair, if not, I believe Representative Fishbein had to step away, but I would make a motion that we create a consent calendar and that we add item number 5, House Bill number 6354 to the consent calendar.
Second.
Moved by Representative Stasham, seconded by Senator Kissel. Yeah, I'm sorry. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, so that will go on the consent calendar. Number 6 under Roman numeral 3, substitute for House Bill number 6369, an act concerning issues relating to mortgages and mechanics liens. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Representative Stasham, seconded by Representative Doucette. So Representative Doucette, would you care to explain?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. This was a bill that passed on consent out of the Banking Committee. There are several concepts included in here. The first two I would submit are purely banking jurisdiction. One requires a mortgagee to send a mortgage release directly to the town clerk for recording. The second requires mortgagees to accept as an acceptable form of payment a check drawn on an attorney's IOLTA account. The third concept, I believe, is the one which is in the cognizance of this committee, which has to do with a process for substituting a bond for a mechanics lien on the land records, and this would proposes to streamline that process. There have been some discussions with the advocates and members of this committee on that section 3, which perhaps needs more work. You know, if the committee so chooses, we would be amenable, and the advocates would be amenable to striking that section to work on it for next year. Happy to answer any additional questions.
Thank you, Representative Doucette. Are there further comments or questions? Further comments or questions, Representative Fishbein?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, just for the record, I believe that was a motion, and I would be seconding the motion in order to advance the intent of the presenter. Thank you.
I just want to make sure that was a motion, Representative Doucette.
Sure, that's fine. Yes, I'll make the motion to strike section 3.
Okay. Moved by Representative Doucette, seconded by Representative Fishbein. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. Abstentions, the motion carries. Further discussion on the underlying bill. Representative Fishbein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Representative Doucette and I did speak last night. I do have concerns about sections 1 and 2. I understand we had a very healthy conversation, that he understands my concerns, and I look forward to working on this bill together to perhaps have it become law. So I'll probably be voting against it today, but just to flag it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Fishbein. Comment or question from other members of the committee? Comment or question? Seeing none, Madam Administrator, would you please call the roll?
Certainly, and that was item number 669, and that concerning issues relating to mortgages and mechanics liens, and that was a JFS with the addition of the amendment A, and that was striking section 3. Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Winfield is voted in the affirmative. Representative Staffstrom.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Staffstrom in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Senator Kasser has voted yes. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Can you please repeat?
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Representative Blumenthal has voted yes. Thank you. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Senator Kissel is voting yes. Representative Fishbein.
Representative Fishbein votes no.
Representative Fishbein has voted no. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar has voted yes. Thank you. Senator Bradley. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes no.
Representative Callahan has voted no. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne has voted no. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Conley voted yes. Representative Curry.
Representative Curry votes yes.
Representative Curry is voting yes. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Dillon is voting yes. Representative Damassa.
Representative Damassa votes yes.
Representative Damassa has voted yes. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette is voting yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Dubitsky is voting no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
You'll have to repeat. We're having trouble. We don't see you and we have a hard time hearing you. Okay, we're going to have to move on and we can catch up later if that's okay. Senator Flexer.
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer is voting yes. Thank you. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Senator Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding is voting yes. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell is voting yes. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes yes.
Representative Howard has voted yes. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes yes.
Representative Labriola has voted yes. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Lesser has voted yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative O'Day has voted yes. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm has voted yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes yes.
Can you please repeat?
Pavlak D'Amato votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Pavlak D'Amato has voted yes. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rabimbus.
Representative Rabimbus votes yes.
Rabimbus has voted yes. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Representative Riley has voted yes. Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes no.
Senator Sampson is voting no. Representative Sims. Representative Veach.
Representative Veach votes yes.
Oh, okay, well, just hold on, Representative Veach. I apologize, my fault. I wait long enough for Representative Sims. Representative Sims, could you please repeat?
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. Representative Sims has voted in the affirmative. Representative Veach.
Representative Veach votes yes.
Representative Veach has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker has voted yes. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Senator Young has voted yes. I saw Senator Bradley sit down. Senator Bradley, are you ready to vote? Excuse me, Senator Bradley? Perhaps he's not available. Okay, we'll come back. Thank you, Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield, are you having technical difficulties? Okay. All right. I'm going to take over to keep us moving then. We are up to item number 7. I'll entertain a motion for a JF of House Bill number 6371, an act concerning the presumption of ownership in joint bank accounts.
So move.
Second.
Motion from Representative Godfrey, second from Representative Doucette. Representative Doucette.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Another one from the Banking Committee, another one that also passed the Committee on Consent. This one, in fact, passed the House of Representatives in 2019, I believe by a vote of 145 to 2. So if you were on this committee and in the House in 2019, I believe you supported this at that time. This bill is identical to that one. And it's a fairly simple bill. This is a statute that pertains to the establishment of joint bank accounts. It concerns the presumption in subsequent litigation or a will contest in a case where the establishment of that bank account is at issue. It lowers the rebuttable presumption from one of clear and convincing evidence to the preponderance of the evidence, which is the standard in most civil actions. That is the main thrust of this is to address instances of what could be called elder abuse, in that a relative, perhaps in contravention of a person's wishes or what's provided under that person's will or estate plan, establishes a joint bank account and diverts the assets of the account holder and then subsequently the decedent in an effort to, again, circumvent that person's estate plan or will. Happy to answer any questions on this one.
I'm back. Thank you, Representative Doucette. Comment or question from members of the committee? Comment or question? I don't see any. Madam Administrator, if you call the roll.
Absolutely. That's item number 7, 6371, motion for a JF. Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative. Representative Staffstrom.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Could you please repeat, Senator Kasser?
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Thank you. Senator Kasser has voted yes. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Representative Blumenthal is voting yes. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Senator Kissel votes yes. Representative Fishbein. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar has voted yes. Thank you. Senator Bradley.
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Senator Bradley is voting in the affirmative. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes yes.
Representative Callahan is voting yes. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes yes.
Senator Champagne has voted yes. Representative Conley. Representative Conley votes yes. Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry.
Representative Curry votes yes.
Representative Curry has voted yes. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes. My apologies, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Representative Dillon has voted yes. Representative Damassa. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette has voted yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes yes.
Representative Dubitsky has voted yes. Representative Fiorello. Senator Flexer. Senator Flexer votes yes. Thank you, Senator Flexer. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding has voted yes. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell has voted yes. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes yes.
Representative Howard has voted yes. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes yes.
Representative Labriola has voted yes. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Perfect. Senator Lesser has voted yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative O'Day has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm has voted yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Havelock D'Amato votes yes.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato has voted yes. Representative Porter. Representative Quinn.
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Representative Quinn. I should be Representative Porter. I didn't mean to go over you so quickly. Thank you for joining. Representative Quinn, I apologize. Go ahead.
That's okay. Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Rabimbis. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Representative Riley has voted yes. Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes yes.
Senator Sampson has voted yes. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims has voted in the affirmative. Representative Beach.
Representative Deitch votes yes.
Representative Beach has voted yes. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes. Sorry.
Thank you. Representative Walker has voted yes. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes.
Sorry about that. Next, we'll look at number 8, which is House Bill number 6380, an act concerning the disclosure of salary range for a vacant position. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Moved by Representative Godfrey, second by Representative Porter. Representative Porter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill requires employers to provide job applicants and employees with the wage range of positions for which they are applying or that they currently hold. And under the bill, a wage range is a range of wages the employer anticipates relying on when setting wages for a position, such as an applicable pay scale, previously determined wage ranges for the position, actual wage ranges for current employees, or the employer's budgeted amount for the position. The bill also broadens the standard used to determine whether an employer is discriminating in the amount of compensation it pays to an employee based on sex, for example, gender wage discrimination. And generally, it requires employers to provide equal pay for comparable rather than equal work. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I will entertain any questions.
Thank you, Representative Porter. I see there are comments or questions from Representative Damassa.
Yes, Representative Mass would like to vote yes on that last bill, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Oh. Thank you, Representative Demassa. I see Senator Sampson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't want to run into a problem like we did before, where I go beyond the scope of the cognizance of the Judiciary Committee. But looking at the bill, I don't really understand where that cognizance begins and ends. But I will keep my comments brief, Mr. Chairman, and if I go outside the lines, please stop me. I just want to, I serve as the ranking member of the Labor Committee alongside Chairman Porter, and it's delightful that we're both on this committee, so we get to have this debate more than once. But since we've already really discussed this, I will just leave my comments very brief. In my opinion, this is a bill that is unworkable for a lot of reasons. Ideologically, I'm opposed simply because I don't believe that this body, the state government, has any business advising a company how they run their business when it comes to making what is a negotiated, employee position, putting them at a disadvantage. There's no reason. Are we also in requiring the potential employee to disclose their previous salaries? No, we're not. We're taking the side of the employee here, and we're saying the employer has to provide information. And then the reason why I say it's unworkable, Mr. Chairman, is it's just because that information is useless. People are different and they're compensated differently because of that. You might have a situation where the position has changed, or the position will just change because the person who is hired is different than the previous one. I've had people work for me in the past who had greater skills at one aspect of a job than another, and that ultimately led me to change what their job really is, because I gave them more of what they were better focused at, and I moved someone else in the company to a different role. So I think it's very difficult to try and put people into very tiny, neat boxes to say this is what the salary range should be, and therefore you should be in this box. I think that the marketplace works, and then when people come to apply for a job, if they have things that they can offer that are beneficial to an employer, they're going to pay them more. I understand there's a great concern in our society about discrimination and gender pay gaps and things like that. But I don't believe those things happen in the real world. I understand I could get a pretty strong argument from some people about that. But my experience with people in business, I'm also a landlord. I deal with, and a realtor, so I deal with a lot of landlords. My experience with people in business and in real estate, in landlord-tenant arrangements, is that they see only one color, and that is green. Landlords that I know, they don't discriminate other than to the two things that they care about, which is, are you going to pay the rent, and are you going to keep my place in decent shape and not destroy it? That's all they care about, not the gender or sexual preference or anything else of potential tenants. And the same thing with employees. If you're going to be a benefit to my company, I'm going to hire you, and I'm going to compete with other employers in the same way. I will just close by saying that, if you really want to do this, you should try and do it with some real effort, because the bill, the way it's written, doesn't do anything. Lines 14 through 19 describe wage range. And it says the range of wages an employer anticipates on relying on. Well, I'll tell you what, if I'm an employer and I'm going to hire somebody from any position, the wage range is the minimum wage, because I have no choice, to infinity. And that's it, I'm done. So I've already satisfied the requirement of this law. And that's the way it should be, because someone could come in and apply for a job and really impress me, and I might end up hiring them for an entirely different set of responsibilities that's way more. And I think that when we try to micromanage businesses, we make a big mistake. And I will just leave it right there. This is too much government. It's unnecessary. And it's also another red flag to anyone that wants to do business in this state, that this legislature has no bones about interfering with your personal and business relationships in a way that takes choice from you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Sampson. And Senator Sampson, I would just say this to you. I wish you were right about people only seeing the color green. But I have personal experience with that. And I also know that even beyond my personal experience, I've heard many stories. And you may remember that I was the genesis of the anti-discrimination bill that became known as the bathroom bill here in Connecticut. And during that, the stories I heard horrified me of the experiences of people. And so I wish it were true, but I know it in my own life and through the experiences of others not to be. And so I do think these things are important in ways that they probably shouldn't be, but they are. But thank you. Next, we have Representative O'Day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Just following up on my colleague, I used to do a lot more of the employment litigation than I do now, but as I understand it, this is already current law. No, I mean, obviously discrimination in wages is already against the law currently, correct? Through you, Mr. Chair?
Representative Porter, would you care to comment?
We do have laws on the books for discrimination. It doesn't stop discrimination from happening. Through you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Porter. Also, there's a modification to the standard for discrimination here too as well. So it's not simply that there's a new thing that we're doing here. We're also modifying how we actually understand it. To you, Representative O'Day.
Thank you. What is that modification? If I'm trying to look for it right now, just briefly, I apologize.
Well, I'll throw to Representative Porter first.
I think what the good senator is referring to, and correct me if I'm not correct, under this bill, the employee must instead demonstrate an employer pays employees one sex a lower wage for comparable work when viewed as a composite of skill, effort, and responsibility and performed under similar working conditions. And the existing law, unchanged by the bill, still deals with what you're talking about, where the pay is based on, the defense has to be that the pay is based on one, either seniority system, merit system, or a system that measures earnings by quantity or quality of product, or differential system based upon a bona fide factor other than sex, such as education, training, or experience. So I believe that's what you were indicating, Senator Winfield.
Representative Porter, I don't disagree with that. I would also say that under the language of the bill, where the statute as it existed talked about equal work, and we now talk about comparable work, and where it talked about the performance of the job that requires equal work, it's talking about looking at the composite of the skills. That's a change to the standard for what we're looking at here, and that is found towards the end of the bill in lines 77 through 80. To you, Representative O'Day.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm less concerned about the changing the word equal to comparable.
No, but I'm just pointing out the bill is what the things that the bill do. To you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I guess to Senator Sampson's point, wage range, why wouldn't I just put in minimum wage to $1 million annual salary? I mean, what is that wage? I mean, what's to stop an employer from just saying, minimum wage to $400,000 a year? Through you, Mr. Chair.
Representative Porter, would you care to comment?
Yes, this would be based on what is comparable work and what has been customary, right? What has been paid for that position. If that's been the custom, then I don't know where that has been, but that would be the case. The wage range disclosure would have to be based on what the position is requiring, skill, and all the other things that I mentioned. So the wage range is the range of wages the employee anticipates relying on, with setting wages for the position, such as an applicable pay scale, previously determined wage ranges for the position. There are gauges that are outlined in the bill that guides the wage range. Through you, Mr. Chair.
Representative O'Day.
Okay, thank you. I'm reading lines 14 to 19. What if I were an employer, I would simply have a wide range of a budget for that position so that, but I guess now I understand more the intent. All right, I'm going to read more in the testimony and read through the bill more in more detail. I appreciate the responses. I think this already is covered sufficiently in our laws, but I will listen to the debate further, and I appreciate the time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Paul.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am very pleased to see this bill raised. I want to thank the Chair of Labor. I do have some questions, but I just wanted to speak in support of it because despite the hope that we all have that gender discrimination is a thing of the past, it absolutely is not. And including as recently as Forbes acknowledging that it is real. And it's very pernicious for any number of reasons. To me, this bill is also about transparency. And famously, Lilly Ledbetter, decades ago at Goodyear, was being paid over $10,000 less than the men she supervised. And she was unaware of this because of the company's embargo on discussing pay. So I think for an employee to be allowed to ask questions and answer questions about pay is how we know that we are in fact being discriminated against, how one knows. I want to make sure that I'm understanding some parts of the bill correctly. So, Mr. Chair, if I may ask the proponent a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
So, first of all, in line 58 and 59, it says nothing in this section shall be construed to require any employer to disclose. So in other words, the employees may discuss it among themselves voluntarily, but this bill does not require the employer to answer questions about other people's pay. Am I understanding that correctly?
Through you, Mr. Chair, that is correct.
Okay, thank you. Number two, in line 66 and 67, it says no action shall be brought for any violation, blah, blah, except within 2 years. Is that a statute of limitations, meaning you have 2 years to bring a complaint if this is being violated? Is that what that means?
That is correct through you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Representative. And lines 26 to 29, prohibiting the company from requiring an employee to sign a waiver or other documents. Is that essentially an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, saying that they cannot require employees to promise not to discuss such a thing? Is that what that means?
It does. It means no employer shall require an employee to do that, to do such a thing as sign a waiver or any other document that would disclose their pay or discuss the amount of their wages.
Well, I think that's very important because NDAs are famously a way of preventing discriminated classes from being able to disclose the complaint that they may bring against an employer. And then a couple of other questions. I'll be as quick as I can. I didn't see any language in this bill. I'm just curious, does this require a company to disclose the salary range in an ad that they might be placing, or only when somebody is being interviewed?
Through you, Mr. Chair, it's my understanding that this bill is silent on that, Representative Pond.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer, Mr. Chair. I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
Through you, Mr. Chair, it is my understanding that the bill is silent on that.
Okay, thank you. I think that gets to some of the questions that were asked earlier about the salary range. A lot of companies increasingly are putting the realistic range in the ad to save everybody the waste of time of discovering that, you qualify, you get offered the job, and it's $20,000 less than you thought. So I think that would strengthen the bill personally. And then the last thing I just want to say is I am very pleased to see in lines 80 through 85 a very good description of the criteria for justifying when, in fact, it is permissible for a company to pay disparate wages based on such things as academic qualifications, merit, and tying it to the production and the value of the work. So thank you. I think this is a great bill. I look forward to voting for it, and I appreciate the work on it, and also appreciate the clear answers to all my questions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Palm. Representative Pavlik.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, I'm a small employer and I'm having trouble figuring out some of this language as I would apply it in my everyday life when hiring somebody. And I don't, it must be me, because as everybody else is, saying how this is great, I assume for the reasons that they can figure out how to apply this. Again, it must be me, but as a small employer, my wage range is going to primarily be based on my budget. So under this bill, would that be discrimination if comparison to even other fields, would, if my range was lower, would that violate this, the terms of this bill? Through you, Mr. Speaker, or Mr. Chair.
Through you, Mr. Chair, Representative Pavlik, that the employer's budget amount for the position would be valid. That would not be a violation of this piece of legislation. Through you, Mr. Chair.
Representative Pavlik.
Thank you. And if I have only one employee, and considering, let's say there's no, because I'm a small business, so I usually don't have more than one employee at a time. And so there's no seniority issues. Would that employee be able to bring a discrimination complaint? And what would the comparison, let's say, of wages be based off of?
Through you, Mr. Chair, I'm seeking clarity on that. I'm not sure. If you only have one employee, why would they be bringing a claim?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Let's say if they think that they have heard that other assistants at different law firms are making more, and that they should be paid more, would that person be able to bring a claim saying, I think I should be paid more because, let's say even whether it's a male or female, at another firm, they make more than I do? Or is the comparison within one employer?
Representative Porter.
Through you, Mr. Chair, that would be you as the employer. Your employee could not make those claims against another employer for what you're doing with your employees, because their budget amount for the position may be different. The actual wage ranges may be different. It's not apples to apples. So that would not be the case. That would not be something that they could file a claim for. Through you, Mr. Chair.
Representative Pavlik.
Okay, so I appreciate that, because as a small employer, I don't have an HR or a lot of other resources that big law firms do. I'm doing it on my own, and yeah, I always have a concern and hesitate in hiring people that I'm going to have to defend something, with CHRO, with the Department of Labor, and I just don't have those resources. I need minimal work done. And I don't see all the time the clarity in this bill. And again, I'm looking at the language and I'm trying to apply it in my real life situation. And that's always the issue that I run into with these bills. So I do appreciate the answers to my questions. And I just hope that we can, work further in, applying these bills to real life situations. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative. Comment or questions from members of the committee? Comment or questions? I don't see any. Madam Administrator, would you call the roll?
And that was item number 86380. That was a motion for a JF. Senator Winfield, how do you care to vote?
Senator Winfield, in the affirmative.
Senator Winfield has voted in the affirmative. Representative Staffstrom.
Representative Staffstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Staffstrom has voted in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Kasser. I'm glad you're enjoying the nice weather. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Senator Blumenthal is voting yes. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes no.
Senator Kissel votes no. Representative Fishbein. Senator Anwar.
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Senator Anwar is voting yes. Senator Bradley. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes no.
Senator Callahan is voting no. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes no.
Senator Champagne is voting no. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Dillon is voting yes. Representative Damassa. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette is voting yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes no.
Representative Dubitsky is voting no. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
Could you please repeat? We don't see your video.
Representative Fiorello votes no.
We're hearing you clearly. Okay, now we see you. Okay, could you please repeat?
Representative Fiorello votes no.
Representative Fiorello has voted no. Thank you, Representative. Senator Flexer. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding. Senator Haskell. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes no.
Representative Howard has voted no. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes no.
Senator Labriola has voted no. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Lesser is voting yes. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes no.
Representative O'Day has voted no. Representative Palm.
Representative Palm votes yes.
Representative Palm has voted yes. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes no.
Representative Pavlak D'Amato has voted no. Representative Porter.
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter has voted in the affirmative. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rabimbus. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Representative Riley has voted yes. Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes no.
Senator Sampson voted no. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims has voted in the affirmative. Representative Beach.
Representative Veach votes no.
Representative Veach is voting no. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker has voted yes. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes.
Representative Curry is a yes, Deb.
Thank you, Representative Curry.
Representative Damas is a yes.
Representative Damassa is also a yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Administrator. We'll now move to number 11 under Section 3, substitute for House Bill number 6426, an act concerning recommendations by the Connecticut Airport Authority regarding the provision of security services and meteorological evaluation towers. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Senator Kissel, seconded by Representative Staffstrom. Is there comment? I see Representative Damassa. Or not? Representative Damassa, you're on mute. Did you intend to?
No, Mr. Chair, thank you.
Comment or questions from members of the committee? Comment or question? Not.
If not,
Representative Staffstrom.
If not, Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion that we add item number 11 on our agenda, substitute for House Bill number 6426 to the consent calendar.
Second.
Is there objection? Comment? Is there objection? Seeing none, this item will be placed on consent. And that leaves us with the consent calendar itself. Madam Administrator, would you read the items on the consent calendar?
Certainly. Item number 5, House Bill 354, enacting the renters rebate program for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. That was the JF by Representative Stafsham, seconded by Representative Godfrey. Item number 11, 6426, enacting recommendations by the Connecticut Airport Authority regarding the provision of security services and meteorological evaluation towers. And that was the JF offered by Senator Kitzel, seconded by Representative Stafsham.
Madam Administrator, would you call the roll on the consent calendar?
Senator Winfield.
Senator Winfield in the affirmative.
Winfield is voted in the affirmative. Representative Stafsham.
Representative Stafstrom in the affirmative.
Senator Stafsham in the affirmative. Senator Kasser.
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Kasser. Representative Blumenthal.
Representative Blumenthal votes yes.
Representative Blumenthal has voted yes. Senator Kissel.
Senator Kissel votes yes.
Senator Kissel has voted yes. Representative Fishbein. Excuse me, Senator Anwar.
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Senator Bradley's voted in the affirmative. Representative Callahan.
Representative Callahan votes yes.
Senator Callahan has voted yes. Senator Champagne.
Senator Champagne votes yes.
Senator Champagne has voted yes. Representative Conley.
Representative Conley votes yes.
Representative Conley has voted yes. Representative Curry. Representative Dillon.
Oh, Representative Curry's a yes. Sorry about that.
Representative Curry, no, it's good. Representative Dillon.
Representative Dillon is a yes.
Representative Dillon is a yes. Thank you. Representative Damassa.
Representative is a yes. Damas is a yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Representative Damassa is a yes. Representative Doucette.
Representative Doucette votes yes.
Representative Doucette has voted yes. Representative Dubitsky.
Representative Dubitsky votes yes.
Representative Dubitsky has voted yes. Representative Fiorello.
Representative Fiorello votes yes.
Could you please repeat?
Representative Fiorello votes yes.
Thank you, Representative Fiorello. Senator Flexer. Representative Fox.
Representative Fox votes yes.
Representative Fox has voted yes. Representative Gilchrist. Representative Godfrey.
And Representative Godfrey votes yes.
Representative Godfrey has voted yes. Representative Harding.
Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding has voted yes. Senator Haskell.
Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Howard.
Representative Howard votes yes.
Representative Howard has voted yes. Representative Labriola.
Representative Labriola votes yes.
Thank you, Representative Labriola. Senator Lesser.
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Can you please repeat?
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Lesser has voted yes. Thank you. Representative Luxembourg. Representative O'Day.
Representative O'Day votes yes.
Representative O'Day is voting yes. Representative Palm.
Representative Plum votes yes. And Madam, the Representative Gilchrist has been trying to speak. For some reason, we're not hearing her. She is here. She missed a couple of votes. I just want to let you know she is present and trying to break through the wall here.
Yeah, maybe if she gets out and comes back in, but we will definitely, we will definitely make sure that she has an opportunity to speak.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let me just see if I can go right here to her. Oh, shoot. Well, let's go back because she's got more than one vote, but that's what we'll do. And I'll try to nudge the unmute button.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Representative Pavlak D'Amato.
Pavlak D'Amato votes yes.
Okay, could you please repeat?
Pavlak D'Amato votes yes.
Thank you, Representative Pavlak D'Amato, for your patience. Representative Porter. Representative
Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter has voted in the affirmative. Representative Quinn.
Representative Quinn votes yes.
Representative Quinn has voted yes. Representative Rebimbus. Representative Riley.
Representative Riley votes yes.
Representative Riley has voted yes.
And Representative Rebimbus votes yes.
Thank you, Representative. Could you please repeat?
Thank you.
Or repeat, Representative Rabinowitz votes yes.
Thank you, Representative
Thank you.
Rabinowitz. Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes yes.
Senator
Have a good day,
Sampson.
everyone.
Thank you, Senator. Representative Sims.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims is voting in the affirmative. Representative Veach.
Representative Beach votes yes.
Representative Veach is voting yes. Representative Walker.
Representative Walker votes yes.
Representative Walker is voting yes. Representative Young.
Representative Young votes yes.
Representative Young has voted yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Administrator. Go ahead, Senator Anwar.
Yeah, did I miss a vote? I was in another meeting, so I don't know. I want to make sure.
You just, when we were just on the consent calendar, but then we'll go back to you if you missed any more, okay? That's all right?
Yes. So I vote yes on the consent calendar.
Did you say Senator Anwar votes yes on the consent calendar?
Yes, I vote yes on the consent calendars. Senator Anwar votes yes.
Perfect.
So-
Thank you, Senator Anwar.
Before a bunch of people who may have missed votes jump in, we're going to hold the votes open until 10 after 4. So you'll have enough time to cast your votes. That brings us to the end of the meeting before we stand in recess until 4:10. If there's a comment from my co-chair, I want to give them an opportunity to ranking members. I would just say to members to check your emails. There are a lot of bills apparently that are going to be referred to this committee. We will see plenty of each other. With that, the committee will stand in recess until 4:10 for people to have the opportunity to get their votes in. Thank you all for joining us.
All right, Deb, Rep. Sims here. Did I miss any votes?
Let me check, Representative Sims. We'll start from the top here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, item number 2 on the agenda, Representative Sims, 5429, that was a JF. How do you care to vote?
And what could you said I was 5-4?
That was 529. That was an act concerning pedestrian safety, Vision Zero Council, speed limits in municipalities, fines and charges for certain violations, the Greenways commemorative account and maintenance work zone and school zone safety enforcement.
I'm voting the negative.
Okay, Representative Sims has voted in the negative. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying it, Representative Sims, but I need to see you. Right now I can hear you, but
Representative Sims votes in the negative.
thank you so much. I got you there. Okay. Now,
Deb, can you hear me? Oh, good. Now I'll wait.
yeah,
Sorry.
I hear you fine now.
Thank you.
Representative Chris, do you mind if we just finish up with Representative Sims and then we'll come right back and we'll go through the whole list again?
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All righty, Representative Sims, now we're on to item number 3, 6228. Did you need me to read the title for that? It was a JF.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's an act prohibiting institutions of higher education from inquiring about prospective student criminal history during the admissions process and establishing a prison education program office. And that was a JF.
Okay. Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims has voted in the affirmative. Thank you. Okay, item number 4 on the agenda, an act concerning payment recoveries and incentives under public assistance programs, JF.
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Representative Sims has voted in the affirmative. Thank you. All righty, as you're all set, Representative Sims, we've held 2 items. I don't know if you want me to read those off, but 2 items were held, 9 and 10, and but you voted on everything else.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks so much, Deb.
Thank you. We'll see you next
All
week.
right. Yep.
Bye.
All right.
All righty, Representative Gilchrist, you're ready?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. No worries. Okay, let's see what we missed here. Okay, Item number 4 on the agenda, 6319, enact concerning payment recoveries and incentives under public assistance programs. That was a JF.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist is voting yes. Item number 6 on the agenda is House Bill 6369, enact concerning issues related to mortgages and mechanics liens. That was a JFS with an amendment A, and that was striking section 3. That motion was made by Representative Doucette and seconded by Representative Fishbein, and that was a voice vote that passed, which made it a JFS with that A. Representative Gilchrist, how do you care to vote?
Vote yes.
Representative Gilchrist has voted yes. Item number 7, 6371, enact concerning the presumption of ownership in joint bank accounts. That was a JF.
I'll vote yes.
Can you please say Representative Gilchrist?
Representative Gilchrist votes yes. Sorry.
Thank you, Representative. No, it's not your fault. We're just getting used to the new way of doing things. Representative Gilchrist is voting yes. Number 8 on the agenda, enact concerning the disclosure of salary range for a vacant position. That is a JF. Representative Gilchrist.
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist has voted yes. Alrighty, and then the consent calendar had 2 items on it. Item number 5, House Bill 6354, enact concerning the renters rebate program for senior citizens and persons with disabilities. That was a JF. And item number 11, which was House Bill 6426, enact concerning recommendations by the Connecticut Airport Authority regarding the provision of security services and meteorological evaluation towers. That was also a JF. Representative Gilchrist, how do you care to vote on that consent calendar?
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Representative Gilchrist has voted yes.
Thank you, Deb.
Thank you. See you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Senator Anwar, you're popping up on the screen, so we'll go with you. Let's see what we got.
Bring them down, give off gases, methane gas.
Yes.
Senator Anwar, you're all set. Everything good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Deb?
Hey, Deb.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Alex can go first. Go ahead. I apologize.
Okay.
Okay.
Senator Cass, let's start with you. Let's see what we've got here.
Thank you.
Item number 2 on the agenda, 5429, enact concerning pedestrian safety, Vision Zero Council, speed limits in municipalities, fines and charges for certain violations, agreements, commemorative account, and maintenance work zone and school zone safety enforcement. That was a JF. Senator Kasser, how do you care to vote?
Senator Kasser votes yes.
Senator Kasser is voting yes. Thank you. And that's it. You voted on the consent, so you're all set. Thank you so much for coming back. Bye-bye.
Hi, Deb. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
up or.
Yeah.
Representative Porter's been waiting a long time though,
Yeah.
long before me.
Thank you.
Okay, Representative Porter, let's see. Representative Porter, item number 1, enact concerning price gouging. How do you care to vote?
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter is voting in the affirmative. Item number 2, 5429, that was that long title, pedestrian safety, Vision Zero Council, speed limits in municipalities, fines and charges for certain violations, the Greenwich commemorative account, and maintenance work zone and school zone safety enforcement, JF. How do you care to vote, Representative Porter?
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter has voted in the affirmative. Item number 3, House Bill 6228, enact prohibiting institutions of higher education from inquiring about a prospective student's criminal history during the admissions process and establishing a prison education program office. That was a JF. Representative Porter, how do you care to vote?
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter is voting in the affirmative. Item number 4, 6219, enact concerning payment recoveries and incentives under public assistance programs. That was a JF. Representative Porter, how do you care to vote?
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter is voted in the affirmative. Item number 6, 6369, enact concerning issues relating to mortgages and mechanics liens. Representative Porter, that was a JFS with an amendment A, and amendment A struck section 3 that was offered by Representative Doucette, seconded by Representative Fishbein, which made that a JF. That was a voice vote, and that has passed. So, Representative Porter, how do you care to vote?
Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
Representative Porter's voting in the affirmative. Thank you. Okay, you're all set.
All right, thank you, Deb.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye now. Okay.
Deb, do you see us holding our hands up?
I
think
do
there's a
see
few
holding
of
your,
them.
I do. It's just easier once we've got you on the screen to continue on rather than go down the list of all the people that didn't vote on that particular bill. So now that I've got you on the screen, if you, with Representative Harding, if you don't mind waiting just a little bit longer.
Not a problem. I think Representative Fiorello was here before me anyway.
Okay, Representative Fiorello. Okay, so once we see you again, and we'll go through the list and see what we've missed for you.
Okay.
Okay, now I see you already. Let's see where we're at. Representative Fiorello, number 6 on the agenda, 6369, and that concerning issues relating to mortgages and mechanics liens, JFS with amendment number A. And as I said, amendment number A, it was a motion by Representative Doucette, seconded by Representative Fishbein, that was striking section 3. Representative Fiorello, how do you care to vote?
Okay, on item 6, Representative Fiorello is a no. Deb, can I spare you having to read the names, or do I have to have you read them?
The names, I can not read the names if that's fine. It's up to you.
It's all right.
Some people don't have the agenda in front of them, so they want me to read it.
I have it in front of me, so we could just go by the bill number or the item.
Oh, the olden days where you could just rattle off the names, but thank you so much. Okay, so we're moving on here. Representative Fiorello, item number 7, 6371, JF.
Yep, Representative Fiorello is a yes.
Representative Fiorello is a yes. Perfect. You voted on
I think that's it for me.
You are correct. We are all set.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Deb.
Thanks for sticking around at the end.
Thank you, Stephen. Nice to see you, Jeff.
Representative Harding, you ready? Okay, and I don't think you missed that much, but let's start from the top. Item number 5307, JFS with Amendment A. Did you need to?
I will vote, Representative Harding votes yes.
Representative Harding is voting yes.
And I think that I missed number 8.
Double checking here. You are correct. That's the only thing that you've missed.
Yeah.
All righty. Item number 8, 6380 was a JF. How do you care to vote, Representative Harding?
Representative Harding votes no.
Representative Harding has voted no. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a good day.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Take care.
See you soon.
All righty. I see Senator Bradley, but Representative Curry has his hand up.
Yeah, I didn't know. I think there was one I missed, maybe 2.
Let's check Representative Curry. Let's just double check. Yeah, item number 2. Do you need me to read the title?
I have the agenda, so I'm a yes on item number 2.
Can you say Representative Curry?
Oh, yeah. Representative Curry is a yes.
Thank you, Representative Curry, for your enthusiasm and for your name. All righty. Representative Curry, item number 3, 6228.
Yep. Representative Curry is a yes.
Representative Curry is a yes. And that one time I'm going to make you sing the response, and that way we'll jazz it up a little bit. Give me plenty of enthusiasm, so I'm happy with your responses so far. Let's see where we're at. And you have completed your obligation to the committee today. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Have a great day, everyone.
You as well. Take care. Bye-bye. All righty. Senator Bradley, you don't have your hand up, but I see you there patiently.
Yep, I'm ready here. Yep, no problem. All the late birds.
Senator Bradley, item number 6, 6369. Do you have the agenda in front of you?
I do. Yep. Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Bradley is voting in the affirmative. Perfect. Item number 8, next, for the disclosure of salary range for a vacant position. Yeah,
Senator Bradley votes in the affirmative.
Bradley's voting in the affirmative. And you voted on the consent calendar, so we're all set.
What happened to item numbers 9 and 10? Were they taken off?
They were held.
Okay, they were held. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, number 9, hold on a second. Number 9 and 10.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Deb. Have a good day.
You as well. Representative Callahan, you have your hand up. Let's just double check, or did you need to change your vote?
I do. Hello, Deb. Hi, Zoe. Number 6369, I was distracted by my dog going after the Amazon guy. So I voted yes, no, and I meant to vote yes.
Okay, so item number 66369, you are a yes. Okay, do you say Representative Callahan says?
Representative Callahan votes yes on 6369. I added that little touch at the end. So
Perfect. Let me do, I think other than that, you were here the whole time.
I was
don't
there the whole
recall-
time. I just, avoiding the Amazon guy getting injured.
Sounds good.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Senator Flexer. Hello. I see you there. Let's just see. Alrighty, Senator Flexer. Okay, I see you, but I don't see you. Well, maybe I'm speaking. Senator Flexer, item number 8, 6380 was a JF. Senator Flexer, how do you care to vote?
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Senator Flexer has voted yes. Thank you. Let's see what else we've got. And then the consent calendar. What on the consent calendar was item number 5, 6354. Did you need me to read the title? Okay. And then item number 11 was also on the consent calendar. How do you care to vote on the consent calendar, Senator Flexer?
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Thank you, Senator Flexer. Okay, we are all set. And I don't know if you heard that we held the other 2 items, 9 and 10.
I saw that.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Administrator. Thank you very
Madam
much. Have a
Administrator?
good afternoon.
Okay, you as well. Senator Lesser, hello, Senator.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
Good, good, good. Okay, item number 1, 5307, and not concerning price gouging was AJFS for the Amendment A. How do you care to vote, Senator Lesser? Can you please say Senator Lesser voted in the affirmative?
Senator Lesser votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Senator Lesser. And that's it. The consent calendar was the last thing we voted on. You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for saying goodbye. Take care.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah.
Did Senator Haskell miss any votes? Can you just double check for me?
Senator Haskell missed item number 8. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
You. I'm just gonna, oh, there's Jeff Luxembourg. You got him in. Representative Luxembourg, there you are. Okay, item number 1. You want me to go through the entire reading of the bill, Representative Luxembourg?
No, I know where I am on all of them.
Okay, okay. Item number 1, Representative Luxembourg goes to JFS with Amendment A. How do you care to vote?
Representative Luxembourg votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg is voting yes. Thank you. Item number 2, 5429. That was a JF. How do you care to vote, Representative Luxembourg?
Representative Luxembourg votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg has voted yes. Item number 6228, that was a JF. Representative Luxembourg.
Luxembourg votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg is voting yes. Item number 4, 6319. How do you care to vote, Representative Luxembourg?
Luxembourg votes yes.
Thank you. Item number 6, 6369. Representative Luxembourg, how do you vote?
Luxembourg votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Luxembourg is voting yes. Item number 771. That's JF. Luxembourg, how do you care to vote?
Luxembourg votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg is voting yes. Item number 8, 6380. That's the JF. Representative Luxembourg, how do you care to vote?
Luxembourg votes yes.
Representative Luxembourg has voted yes. And on the consent calendar, which was item number 5, 6354, and item number 11, which was 6426. How do you care to vote on the consent calendar, Representative Luxembourg?
Luxembourg votes yes on consent calendar.
Perfect. Representative Luxembourg has voted yes on the consent calendar. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna step away for just a moment and I'll be right back.
Senator Haskell should be logging on shortly, and if you want to send me any of the tally sheets, I can just enter them.
Okay. Alrighty, I'll keep the amendments here because it's just be easier.
Okay, you want to give me all the ones without amendments then?
Sure. Let's see who else. Yeah, that's the only one that's. Yeah, let me just, like I said, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Zoe.
Hi, she'll be right back.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you.
I apologize, Senator Haskell. Thank you for your patience.
No, don't apologize at all. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, I missed one. I thought I got them all, but I guess I missed number 8. Is that right?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, item number 8, that was 6380, disclosure of salary range for a vacant position.
Yes. Senator Haskell votes yes.
Senator Haskell has voted yes. Well, I've got you here. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that was the only one that you missed, but let's double check. Yep, you're all set. Thank you so much for coming back.
I'd really like to cast an honorary vote for dignity and death, but I guess I can't do that. Thank you, Deb. Have a good afternoon.
You as well. Thank you. And that pretty much
Deb, we're not missing anyone, right?
the only thing is I'm waiting for there's a Representative Bimbis missed a few votes, and that's about it. But other than that, everyone has voted.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, she just texted, so at least we know. There you go. Hello, everyone. It is now 4:10 p.m. and the votes and the meeting was going to be held open until then. So this concludes the Judiciary Committee meeting for Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.